Hello guys, today we have a new project, password generator using vanilla JavaScript, and this is the final version. Now when we first time load the page, it will automatically generate the password, and we have option to generate a new password, and we have option to copy it, and we have options to include or exclude these characters, number and the symbol. And we have a password length, so we can change the length of the password. Let's say I set it to 22 and I don't want lowercase. Now if I click on the generate, it will generate the new password based on all these values, and we have option to copy it. And also you can see that this password strength is changing. So let's say if I set it to 8, click on generate, it is now the medium strength password. If we remove these two things, click on generate again, now it is a weak password. So based on the password, this strength will change. So this is the project for today. Now let's start with the project setup. I have created 3 files: HTML file, JavaScript and CSS file. HTML and CSS is very basic, not much, like just simple HTML. You can see the UI, and this is the CSS. And now we have the JavaScript file. There is no code. We will start everything from scratch. So let's start with getting the reference to all these elements. We will start from top. This is the input element. Then we have 2 buttons. Then we have the strength bar with the strength value, weak, medium or strong. Then we have options to include or exclude these values. So 4 checkboxes. Then we have this range slider. We can change the value of the password, like length. Then we have this indicator. This displays what is the length of the password. So let's get reference to all of them. We will start with this input element. So let's get the reference to it. It is a password input. And we will get it using the ID. And I have given it ID of password. Let me just resize it little bit. Okay, now great. Next is generate button and then copy button. So let's get generate button, get element by ID. This is generate, and next is copy button, document.get element by ID, which is copy. Next we have strength bar, and we will select using ID, and the ID is strength bar. Next we have strength text, which is like a strong, medium or weak. And we will select using the ID, and the ID is strength text. Next we have all these checkboxes like uppercase, lowercase, number or symbol. So uppercase checkbox, and let's select it using the ID. Uppercase, this is the ID. And next we have lowercase. We will select using the ID, which is lowercase. Next we have numbers. So numbers checkbox, let's select this one using the ID numbers. Next we have symbol. We have symbols checkbox, so let's get it by ID. And next we have this range slider. So this is input, the length input. we can get it using the id. One, this is not correct. We have document.getElement by id, and id is length, and as we change the length, we want to give a visible feedback to user what he has selected. So length value, whatever value is selected, we will update that, and to update this we get a reference to that text where we update the value, which is length value. So we have defined all the variables. Now let us start with this one. So if we select let's say 16, we want to see the visual feedback. So what we do, we add an event listener to this one and then update value for this text. So we say input length input dot add event listener, which is input. As we change the input, we will have a callback function, and this callback function will update the length value dot text content equals to length input dot value. So this is our length input. We will read its value and then update the this value. If we save it, let's go to the password generator, we update this. You see it is working now. Other things are not working. We click on this because we don't have that functionality yet. So now let's add a functionality for handling this generate password click event. So we say generate button dot add event listener, and if we click on it, we will have a callback function, and inside this callback function we will add all the functionality. So first let's see what is the length of the password. So based on this we can generate a password. So first we get the length. So length we can get it with the length input dot value, and this is going to be a text, so we will convert into a number. So we will use parse int. It will convert a string to a number. Now for all these options, uppercase, lowercase, number and symbol, I will define 4 variables because we need all those values. So we have upper characters, and then we have lower characters. Next we have number characters, and final is a symbol character. Now we can type every single thing, but I will just copy and paste value for all 4 of them. So I will just paste them here. So now we don't have to type one by one. So we have all the values. Next we will define 2 more variables. I will keep explaining what variables we are using and why we are using it. So let's define them first. First I will define this character sets, which is an array, and next is must include array. And now we will check for all these checkboxes. Like if they are checked, then we want to include those values into our final generated password. So what we do first, we check, like let's say if uppercase checkbox is checked, then what we do, we want to take the, like we have this array, we want to push all these values into this array. So we make sure that okay, all these some of those values will be included in the this one. So what we do, we will push all these values. We will use it later to generate the password. So we take it and we will push the uppercase characters, and then we have this must include. So we want to make sure that at least one value from the selected options is included in the final generated password. So we say must include array dot push, and in this we will push one character from the, like if it is uppercase we will get a one value from the uppercase, lowercase, number and symbol. So here we will write, let's say we have the lowercase character, and we will get a one position, and it is going to be a random position. So we will say math dot random, it will generate a random 0 to 1 value, and then we will multiply it with uppercase characters dot length, and then we will let's say it is going to be some value, so we will lower them. Floor, and then we will push into the must include array. So this is for uppercase character. Now we will do same for other options. We have the lowercase. Okay, this has to be uppercase because we want to have one uppercase at least. So this is for uppercase. Now we will write for lowercase and other three options. So we will just like it's just the same code. We will update the variable only. So this is a lowercase. So let's update the, we say lowercase checkbox, and then instead of uppercase we will get the lowercase value. Next is number. It is going to be a number checkbox, and we'll replace update character with numbers, and last is symbol characters, and this is a symbol checkbox. If it is checked, then we will include at least one value. So now our both arrays are ready. Now we can start generating some like the original password, but before that we will handle one more condition. Let's say user did not select any of this, then we want to show a message that please select at least one option. So we will handle that in here. So let's say if character sets dot length is 0, it means user did not selected any value. Then we will say password input dot value, and we will set like, and we will tell user that please select at least one character type. So he has to select at least one, then he can generate the password. And when we have updated this one, we want to update this one as well. I will just write the code, and then you will see the output in here. So let's say we want a strength bar dot class name. We have defined all these classes name, so I'm just adding the class name is a bar, and we will update the strength text as well, and we will set it to NA, means not available, because user did not selected anything. And then we don't want to go further and calculate password because there is nothing to calculate, so we'll return early. Now let's say on the first time it load, let's say we don't include any of them, and then we click on generate. See this value appears like please select at least one, and you see this is not available, and we have removed we have added the class bar, so it is not showing any indicator for the strength. So this is working, and now let's move forward and we'll start generating the password. Now let's get all the characters. So now I will write the code, then I will explain it. So let's say we have all the characters which we will get from character sets dot, we will join all the values whatever we have pushed into this one, and let's define a password variable. This is going to be our final password, and this password will have the must included character. So we say must include dot join. So it will have all those 4 characters if user has selected all 4 options. And then we will start a loop in here. Length and I plus plus, and what we are going to do it like the password, it is going to be 4 if we select all of them, if it is 2 if we select 2. So based on this one it will start, and then it will go till the length, which is, in this case we have selected 12, so it will go till 12. And now we will so for the one value we will read a random character from the all characters. So it is not like a fixed character, we will read a random value. We say password equals to whatever value was earlier there, then we will add a random value from the all characters. So we will get character at, and we have this method.random function, it will generate a random value between 0 and 1. Then we have all characters dot length. Based on this we will get a random value from all characters, and we will include in the password. Now we have our password, so let's update this password in this input box. So we will say password input dot value equals to password. Now let's see if it is working. So let's say we selected all 4, 12, generate button, we click on it. Yeah, it is working. Let's say click again if it is going to change or not. Yeah, it is working. So it is randomly generating the password. Now let's select 8, we click on this one, see the value is changed. Now it is a 8 character long password, and it is going to be random every time when we click on the generate button. Now let's move the next functionality, which is updating the strength of this bar. So we will write a function which will take care of this functionality, and let's define this function. We will call it update strength meter, and we will pass it password because it needs password to check if it is strong or not. So now let's start the strength meter functionality. So first we will define a strength variable. It starts with the 0. Now let's say if user selected password length is greater than 8, then we will add 1 to this strength. We will increment it with 1. And if user has selected password dot length is greater than equals to 12, then we will add 1 more. So it is going to be 2 if user select 12 or more than 12, but if he select 11, then it will be only 1 value, but if it is only 8, then it will be a 0. So we are updating the strength value. Now we will check like what characters are included. So we'll say here we will define one more variable. I will call it variety score. Initially we will start with the 0, then we will check, let's say password includes we will check all the uppercases. So let's say it is uppercase or lowercase. Let's start with the lowercase. So we will check if password includes A to Z lowercase, then we will increase the variety score by 1, and same thing we will do for others. So let's say if password includes all the capital letters, then we will increase value of variety score by 1. Next we have the numbers. So we say if password has all the numbers between 0 and 9, then we will increase it by 1. And last we have the special symbols. Or let's say we have for the special symbol it will be too long, so we don't have to add that one. We can just say if user has selected all of them, then we will add one more in here. We say password dot match, and here we will add, let's say, this one here. It will check A to Z for the small letter, then A to Z for capital letter, then we have 0 to 9. If it matches, then we will increase the variety score by 1. So now based on the user selection, we will increase the variety score. Now let's move forward. We will calculate some points based on the variety score. Like we will select like whatever user selected, based on that we will have the variety score. Now we will define one more variable which will be a variety point. Like based on the score, we will give a point to the variety score. So we have this variety point, and this is going to be based on this calculation. So we will say math.min, we'll give it at least 2, or then we have the variety score -1. Let's say user selected only this one, and it comes in here, the variety value will be 1, 1 minus 1, it is going to be 0. We will select the 0, and it will be a 0. Let's say user selected all of them, which is going to be 4, 4 minus 1 is 3, so it will select the 2 value. So we are giving the max point of the 2, and then we will add this value into the strength value. And now we will add the class for the whatever, like strength, weak or medium. So first let's go to the strength bar, and we will go to the class list, and we will remove, if there is any class already, we will remove all those classes. Let's say it's a weak class, we will remove that. If it is a medium, we will remove that, and strong, we will remove that. Now based on the strength value, we will add the class. So let's say strength is greater than equals to 3, then it will be a strong. So we will say strength bar dot class list dot add, we will add strong, and we will update the text as well, so user can see that it is a strength of strong. So we will add the text contained, and we will update its value as strong. Else if the value of strength is greater than equals to 2, then we will add strength bar dot class list dot add, we will add a class of medium, and we will update the text as well for strength text dot text contain, and we will say it is a medium. And at last we will add the weak. So strength bar dot class list dot add weak, and we'll update the text as well. So strength text dot text content, and it will be weak. So now let's save it, and we will test this one. So we load the page. We don't have on page load, we are not calling this function, so there is no value. Let's say I select 8 as a password length, and I only want uppercases. Click on this one, it generates this one, but we are not updating this here, okay, because this strength meter we are not calling it. So we will come in here, we will say once we have the password, we will call this function, we will give it value. Now let's say if we click on this one, this is medium. Now if we increase the length, click again, it's still medium. Okay, I think Okay, let's check this one. Okay, it is still medium, it is a weak. Okay, this is a working. Click on this one. Great, include all of them. Okay, it is always weak. Why this thing is not working, which is strong? Okay, why strong is not working? Let's see. Here we have the strength, and if password length is greater than 8, we increase it by 1. If it's 12 equals to increase by 1, then we have the variety score. We check for A to Z, we increase it by 1. Then caps A to Z 0 to 9, then we have A to Z is small, A to Z caps at 0 to 9. We increase one more time, then we have the variety points. What we do, we say we get this variety score minus 1, and then we take the minimum value. Based on these two, we take the max, we get the variety point, and then we, okay, this one should be here. So if we select now, let's see, generate. Okay, now it is working. See, it was just a one small thing that was making a big difference. So now if I just remove all these things in here, it is a medium. Select in here, strength is weak. I select 32, click on it, it's medium because it's just a symbol. If I add this one, it's a strong. Okay, this is working. Now if we refresh the page, it is not working, but in our final, if we refresh the page, it is working. So let's make it work. So what we will do, we will call this function, which is we have this callback function which generate the password. So we will move it to a separate password, a separate function, sorry, and then we will call it. We will call this generate password. And we will give this as a callback to this one. Now let's go in here, refresh. Okay, it is not working because we are not calling it here. Let's call it here. See, if we refresh the page, every time it generate a password and then update the value and update the strength as well. Now let's see if it is working for the, yeah, it is working fine. We can change the password length. It is working. Now the last thing is this copy button. If we click on it, we want to copy it and then change this HTML as well, because we want to give a user a UI, like he has clicked on it and it has been copied. So let's work on this one. Now we'll create a function for this one when we click on this copy button. So let's come in here. Let's say we have already copy button, right? So we add an event listener to it, which is going to be a click add event listener, not add. And inside it, we will add its functionality. So first we will check if password input dot value. First let's check the value. If it is there, then we allow user to copy it. If it is not there, then there is no point. So if there is a value, what we want to do, we say password input dot select. And why we are calling this function? So when we click on this one, it will highlight this password like this. So user knows that this is selected and this is what has been copied when we click on this one. So we call this function on the password input, and then we will execute a command on the document, which is execute command. We will give it a copy, which will copy the password. And then when we click on it, we want to change it to a different text with the icon, but we want to keep it. So after few seconds we will replace it again. So we say original text. First we want to keep the original text, which is this icon and the copy. So what we do, we say copy button dot inner HTML. We take it and put it into a variable so we can use it later. And then we update the copy button dot inner HTML. Now I am going to paste a code which is an icon and a text. So paste it here. This is going to be a inner HTML. Okay, and once we update this one, see if we click on this one, what happened? Okay, wait a second, click on this one, wait a second, save it, click on this. See, we have changed this inner HTML to this new one with this text and the icon. Now we want to change it back to the original one. See, if we click on this one, this get highlighted. We update this HTML of the button, which is a new icon and a copied text. Now let's set it back to the original one after a few seconds. So we will call set timeout here, and after 2 seconds we will update this back to the original text. So after 2 seconds we will say copy button dot inner HTML going to be original text. So now when we click on this one, you see this changed. After 2 seconds it is back to the original. Now let's check if it is really copied or not. So if I come in here, paste it, yeah, it is working. So let's generate a new one, copy this, we come in here, we say yeah, it is working. So our copy button is also working, generate button is working, everything is working. When we refresh the page, it generates a new password. So yeah, this is it. This is the password generate project. We have written everything from scratch. Now you understand how the password generator works. You can create your own password generator with more options or a different UI. It is up to you. So this is it in this video. If you like the video, like it and subscribe to the channel for more interesting project. If you have any other specific project, you can comment out and I will try to add that in the next video. Thank you, and I will see you in next project.